What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Credit, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. So NAOYA Inoue, who just recently won the Fight of the Year award with a huge robbery over Terrence Crawford, who deserved it more because he fought the better competition, is trying to jump right back into the mix. He has a fight against Luis Nery. He was supposed to fight this guy, I think, a year ago or a couple years back, but they said he tested positive for being substance. Not Inoue, Luis Nery. Honestly, I think this is a great fight. At one point, Luis Nery was getting a lot of attention before the Inoue fight. He was one of those guys down there in those little weight classes that was making some noise. So he's a credible opponent. He's a name. Now, a lot of people are saying, who did Inoue beat to become undisputed? Like Marlon Tapales. Nobody knows that guy. Now, if he would have beat a guy like Luis Nery, he would have fought a guy like Luis Nery. He would have fought Marajan Akhmadaliev. If he would have fought guys like those, people were like, whoa, he beat some guys with some names, But his second time going undisputed was against a guy who got an upset win over Akhmadaliev. So a lot of people wasn't impressed with that, But going into a fight like that, Inoue versus Luis Nery, I think it's a great fight stylistically. Luis Nery is a smart boxer. I think he's gonna give Inoue some trouble. I don't think he's gonna win the fight. I think Inoue is a pound-for-pound talent. I don't think Nery is a pound-for-pound talent. So there's levels to this boxing stuff. I think Inoue is a few levels above Nery, but I think Nery can give him a great fight. Meaning, like, he's not going to just go in there and just blow Nery out the water. I think Nery is going to make it competitive. But I still see Inoue probably stopping him in the later rounds. But if he doesn't get the stoppage, it could probably go the distance. Nery is a solid fighter. That's what I'm saying. He's a solid fighter. If Inoue would have went undisputed fighting the likes of Nery or Akhmadaliev or who's the other guy down there? I think Estrada. There's some other big names down there too. But how do y'all see a fight like this playing out? I can almost guarantee you this is going to be a better fight than the Tapales fight, Paul Butler fight, maybe even Stephen Fulton fight. I don't think Luis Nery is going to get knocked out in spectacular fashion like these other guys. I think Luis Nery, if he does get knocked out, it'll be in the later rounds. Nery's a tough competitor. He comes to fight, and he lets his hands go. I just think the skill difference is just too much. But he's a tough, gritty fighter. Inoue's a big puncher who carried his power to bantamweight, but I don't really see him knocking out Luis Nery unless it's the later rounds. I don't think he get him early. I think he get him late, maybe 9, 10, 11, if he does get him. But honestly, I think I see that fight going the distance. For some reason, I see that fight going a distance. I don't think Nery has ever been knocked out. Was he? He might have been knocked out against Figueroa, or he lost to Figueroa. Let me make sure. Oh, man, yeah, he has been knocked out before. He got KO'd by Brandon Figueroa in like 7 rounds. He got TKO'd. How did I forget that fight? But he got knocked out by Brandon Figueroa in 7 rounds. But Brandon is a big dude, and he applies a whole lot of pressure, man. And he's a pretty big puncher, too. You know, even though he lost to Stephen Fulton, but he's a solid fighter, man. He's a solid fighter. I don't know if that changes my opinion on the fight now, because he has been knocked out before. But that was like 2021. I don't know if that changes my opinion of the fight. I still think he puts up a very good fight against Inoue. I still think he'll be a tougher competition than Palace and Paul Butler. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Inoue could go in there and blow this guy out the water. He could go in there and just dominate Luis Nery, because the skill set, the speed, the power, everything put together, Luis Nery has never seen something like that before. And it just might be too much for him, and Inoue's going to overwhelm him. But if he boxes smart and he keeps his hands up, he could go the distance with Inoue. But he recently did an interview saying he's gonna knock Inoue out. Yeah, no, I don't think anybody and their mother believes that. If he does knock out Inoue, that will be like one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. Not saying this guy isn't a good fighter, but nobody, and I mean nobody, would be expecting something like that for him to knock out Inoue. It just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't make sense that anybody will believe he'll knock out Inoue. It's just, it just sounds like some far-fetched things to just say. If anybody believes that, based on the eye test, based on the accomplishments, based on the fact we've never really seen Inoue hit the canvas. I don't think I've ever seen him hit the canvas. It's just too much factor going into that fight for Luis Nery to knock down Inoue. I just don't see it, guys. I don't know. To knock out Inoue. But anything is possible, guys. This is the sport of boxing. This is what we love. This is why we watch these fights, to see what could happen. What if? But if you are always going to bank on that what if, and you put money on it, you're definitely going to lose a lot of money, I think you should just focus with the numbers and what's on the paper, Stylistically and on paper, Inoue should win this fight based off of what he's done in the sport of boxing. Like I said, upsets do happen. I just don't see Luis Nery as the guy. His style isn't the style to upset Inoue, in my opinion. Shit, I hope I'm wrong. He goes in there and upset Inoue, and they be like, yo, y'all just made this guy make ESPN eat their words. Y'all just made this guy the fighter of the year, and he just got beat up by Luis Nery. That would be crazy. That would really be crazy if Luis Nery can upset NAOYA Inoue. Do anybody believe that could happen? Me personally, I don't see it, but do anybody see it? Can anybody see it? Do anybody have confidence or will put some money on Luis Nery to do that? Because if you that confident, he could do that, you're going to make a bag. Because me personally, on paper, when I look at this fight, I don't see it. Anyway, it's your boy No Credit, and I'm out.